Shalom Akim. First and foremost, and give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Pashim Racha Kudash, double honors unto the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, the elders of Great Millstone, and of course, peace and blessings under the hopeful elect, the sincere servants of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, serve him in truth and sincerity. Yeah, so I'm the brother Chayaba from G-Man's Plain Tables Camp, coming back with another lesson due spirit. This lesson will be based off of this article from nationalnews.com, which says, South Korean scientists discover how to use nanoparticles to control emotions, appetite via external magnetic field. Yeah, and the title speaks for itself. It says, globalist sponsored scientists are so obsessed with controlling the mind that they conducted a study where a remote magnet would be able to manipulate the brain, even one's appetite, without any invasive procedure performed. Which not sure what they mean by without any invasive procedure performed, but let's keep on reading. It says, researchers at South Korea's Institute for Basic Science are in the very early stages of development of hardware that utilizes nanoparticles to control the minds of mice. It is a brain remote control that they claimed is long range and large volume and switches using magnetic fields. According to the science experts, the technology dubbed nanomind, which means magnetogenetic interface for neurodynamics, allowed researchers to control the emotions and appetites of mice from afar and could be used to treat neurological disorders like depression. They tested the innovation by inducing maternal instincts in their female test subjects. In another test, the researchers exposed a test group of lab mice to magnetic fields designed to reduce appetite, leading to a 10% loss in body weight, or about 4.3 grams. The scientists manipulated a complex network of over 100 billion neurons by magnetically twisting a tiny actuator to pull or push nanoparticles implanted in the mice's brains. According to studies, this network is crucial for understanding cognition, emotion, and social behavior. So, that right there, man, was a lot. It says, this is the world's first technology to freely control specific brain regions using magnetic fields, said Dr. Cheon Jin-woo, director of South Korea's IBS Center, who helped spearhead the new effort. We expect it to be widely used in research to understand brain functions, sophisticated artificial neural networks, two-way brain-computer interface technology, and new treatments for neurological disorders. So, obviously they're showing, that they're putting in your face what they're trying to go for. Even though it's South Korea, Esau Edom is one really who's really pushing for this. At the end of the day, these other nations are with the agenda of the elite international bankers, with the agenda that you see heavily pushed within America. So, it also says there have been numerous mind control experience on animals over the years, the some reported, but this is the first that hasn't involved invasive surgery and bulky external systems, which has instead allowed mice the freedom of movement. Yeah, which they have to define invasive surgery. What do they mean by invasive? So skipping down. It says, so apparently it can be used for cancer treatment and skipping down, it says, Yeah, so going up. So, so what I just read, it says the pull portion nanoparticles implanted in the mice's brain. So literally, they're planting nanoparticles into the mice's brain in order to run, these different operations on the mice's brain. So that right there is invasive, and they're considering it, or considering that not to be invasive. Well, that you're literally putting a foreign objects into their brains. That is invasive. Any implant is invasive, foreign to the body. I mean, let's go ahead and look at the word invasive, because that's what Esau does. So invasive, tending to intrude on a person's thoughts or privacy. I mean, that right there is invasive in itself. So I'm not sure how, injecting the literal nanoparticles into, so you get the point. So it says Korean U.S. scientists create a brain implant that could be controlled using a smartphone in a separate effort by South Korea and the United States, supported by grants from the National Research Foundation of Korea, the National Institutes of Health, the National Institute on Drug Abuse, and Malin, however you pronounce that, says professorship. Another innovation was tested to control the brain. A soft neural implant capable of delivering, it says, multiple drugs and color lights was discovered to manipulate neural circuits using a smartphone. So, this is an implant. An implant, a neural implant. Same thing like with the Neuralink. That's a neural implant. I believe, let's keep on reading. It says that in the study that was published in the Nature the Biomedical Engineering, the researchers said the tiny implant is the first wireless neural device capable of speeding up efforts to uncover brain diseases such as Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, addiction, depression, and pain. Yeah, and this is what they're going to come with. Ultimately, what the scriptures prophesy, how they're going to come with a mark. And as it says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 8, it says, and that wicked slug. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Yeah, the wicked, keep in mind, it's a capital W, meaning that's speaking about somebody in particular. The wicked is speaking about Esau, Edom, as the scriptures say. The wicked is given the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Job chapter 9:24. And the wicked is Esau, Edom, which Esau, Edom today is a so-called white man. It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spear of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Yes, the Lord's coming back to bring judgment upon Esau for, the wickedness that he's been doing on the planet Earth. It says, even him, verse 9, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. So there you have it. And it says how his coming is after the working of Satan, meaning that literally this guy is going to be considered the physical counterpart of Satan. So, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. So literally there's going to be somebody coming in the spirit of Satan. It says, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Meaning that he's going to come with what? Again, the power and signs and lying wonders. And that's exactly what they're going to do with this mark. They're going to present you the so-called good things about it. Oh, that's going to be able to cure your depression, the cure your emotional disorders. And I mean, already, they came out with implants. Hey, the brain implant is nothing new. They've already been doing it, talking about how it can cure the blind, it can cure the deaf. I mean, hey, again, the scriptures speak about what the Antichrist, which the Antichrist is not speaking about just one person. The Antichrist is speaking about anybody. Really, the Antichrist is really anybody who's against Yahushai and what the scriptures say. If you're against Yahushai, then you are Antichrist. Christ in the Greek means anointed, which in the Hebrew you say anointed as Hamashiach, which means the anointed. So if you're against Yahushai, then you are Antichrist. And guess what? Esau's trying to come in the spirit of the Messiah, saying that it can cure the blind, it can it can cure the deaf, the paralyzed can walk again. Hey, Yahushua was doing those exact same miracles to heal, to heal literally a lot of people. So Esau's trying to come in that same spirit, but he's coming on the spirit on the left hand side, in the spirit of Satan. And really, there's a total ulterior motive behind this implant. He's not just doing it just for the benefit of people. As we read, so yeah, pretty much, yeah, they go into how you can use it with your smartphone. It can cure this. It can, as it says, yeah, we are also used the device for complex pharmacological studies, which could help us develop new therapeutics for pain addiction, or it says for pain, addiction, and emotional disorders. The device uses Lego-like replaceable drug cartridges and powerful Bluetooth low energy to deliver drugs and light to specific neurons of interest. So literally, they're trying to put a whole Bluetooth device into your head, man. It says in Lego-like replaceable drug cartridges to deliver drugs and light to specific neurons of interest. So literally saying that they can do mind control, being able to attack any neuron that they want within your brain. Keep in mind, Esau has extensive studies about how the brain works, about how you can manipulate the brain. It also says, so it says this. So to read this real quick, it says this revolutionary device is a fruit of advanced electronics design and powerful micro and nanoscale engineering, said J. Wong Zhang, a professor of electrical engineering at Case. We are interested in further developing this technology to make a brain implant for clinical applications. And hey, a lot of the other countries, they're with the beast, which the beast that scriptures speak about, the EU the beast is the EU and NATO. Within the book of Revelation, when it speaks about the beast, that's referring out to the EU and the NATO. The EU and NATO. So it's no surprise that South Korea is in the same spirit. These are other nations. Getting real quick, 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11. Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. When you get that word for devices, it's the Greek word noima. You see the word right there, meaning a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose. Yeah, it says a perception, a thought, a mind. So pretty much a plan, schemes, an evil purpose. So literally ulterior motives that he's planning. We're not ignorant of it. We understand why Esau is pushing so hard for this to come to pass. He's not just doing this, oh yeah, pretty much saying, oh, I want to help everybody. I want to, you know, because Esau's trying to come in the spirit as if he wants to heal or help you and provides you with 100% benefits, and it's not gonna be any cons or disadvantages to it. Meanwhile, it's 100%. Literally, there's no benefits, literally no benefits at all that come with this mark, man. The scriptures speak about, ultimately, why? Because if you take it, then that means that you consider Esau to be your God, and as well, you're literally gonna be played. It's a trap. We just read it, how they have the ability to control your mind, and they have, with this device in you, they're gonna have the ability to control your mind, to control your emotions, to control what you do. And already they're already polluting the minds of the people through the way of the media, through the way of the education system, through the food, through the air, through the water. What the entertainment, everything, every way that Esau can pollute you, he already does it. So imagine when they have full access to your mind by the way of this implant. And the scriptures speak about that mark of the beast, which that implant, the RFID implant, whether they put it in your mind or they put it in your hand or they put it in your brain or wherever, that implant is the mark, the RFID implant. It says, Revelation chapter 13 and 16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark is something physical. When you get it in the Greek, is the Greek word chragma, which means a stamp and a printed mark, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist, which I already went into the explanation of what the Antichrist is. Not just one person, is anybody who is against Yahushua, which, the main person, the first person on the list who's against Yahushua is Esau Edom, starting with the elite international bankers. They're all Antichrist. It says, it also means a scratch or etching. And yes, it's not going to be stamped. It's going to be etched into you. It's going to be put into you by the way of incision if you accept it, take it. And the scriptures, again, so keep in mind, they're going to have full access to your mind, full access to your emotions. They're going to be able to know where you are. Obviously, they're not setting up these 5Gen towers for no reason. They're trying to create a tighter grid, a more powerful network. And literally you're gonna be a trackable GPS device. They're gonna be able to track you, and they're gonna be able to see what you're doing. They're gonna be able to tap into your emotions, to tap into your mind and your thoughts, and your body, and they're gonna be able to determine what you're doing. They're already showing you. Especially the Neuralink, the monkeys are doing this and that. They're playing games and they're collecting loads of data and information. They literally show you on the screen, as the monkey's moving and doing whatever he's doing, playing the game, whatever. You're seeing tons of information being passed to a computer screen. So imagine when they put this into you, man. So that's why the scriptures say not to take it. Really, you're not supposed to take it, or else you're going to receive, the scriptures speak about. So not only did I are going to receive, you're going to be 100% subject onto whatever Esau wants to do with your mind or your body. You're going to taste of that second death. I mean, if you're an Israelite and you take this mark, because the heathen, they're not going to be saved whether they take it or not, because they're heathen. The Lord's only coming back to save Israelites. But if any of you Israelites take it, you're going to take part of the second death that's spoken about in the book of Revelation. That second death is going to take place. I mean, really, the second death is a nuclear destruction that's going to take place in Babylon the Great, which is the lake of fire. The second death isn't, hell. It's spiritual hell where you're burning forever. That second death is the nuclear destruction. So if you take it, you're going to be part of that nuclear destruction. As well, the scriptures speak about in Revelation chapter 16, a grievous sword for those who took that mark. And that mark, and that grievous sword is a cancer. Where really, when you go into the definition, you go into the etymology and you go back to the Greek, it's pretty much a cancer. So you're literally going to receive a cancer within your body from taking that. So, hey, you're going to get the whole package of, hey, Esau going to be able to control your mind. You're going to get diseases off of that. I mean, you're literally going to be a human beacon. You're going to, all that radiation is going to be able to pass through you. I mean, because you're literally going to become a smart device. I mean, basically, taking that. And to end it all off, you're going to receive that second death. So, hey, nothing good about that is there's literally nothing good about this MOTB, man. But the scriptures say how the Lord's going to keep the elect from taking this. Revelation chapter 3 and 10. It says, Revelation chapter 13 and 16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand on the forehead. So he's going to try to mandate this, try to make everybody take it. I mean, he will, but they won't get everybody. They won't get the elect, but they're going to get They're going to get the majority of the people with this. It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had a mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have this mark. So imagine, you won't be able to go to the store, the supermarket. We already had an idea of how that looked with the snake juice. You know what I'm talking about. That juice that they were pushing that a lot of people took. Because guess what? They're different. It was a lot of things threatened. You couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, you couldn't work. A lot of people got fired. If you didn't take it, you would get fired. It was a lot of restrictions, and a lot of people fell for it. They folded, saying that they wouldn't, but they folded. But guess what? The MOTB is going to be a lot worse. Literally, you won't be able to be a part of this society unless you take it. You're not going to be able to have a job, pay your bills. You're not going to be able to go to the store, go to the gym, do whatever. Why? Because everything's going to be based. All access will be by the MOTB. That's what Esau's going to bring. So that right there is our temptation, man. And a lot of people will fall for it. But as we read Revelation chapter 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, and this is Yahushua speaking to the world that ignorantly calls Jesus. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, meaning enduring within the truth unto the end. Doing what the Lord said to do, keeping this truth, doing what the Lord said to do. as servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And where can we find what the Lord said to do? Right here in the scriptures. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And the hour of temptation is going to be when Esau mandates that the RFID implant, that mark. It says to try them, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah, so it's going to come upon all the world. Because think about it, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. So that's going to attack everybody. I mean, literally everything is based off of, everything within a society is based off of buying and selling. And you can't do anything without it. So obviously that's going to attack, this is going to affect everybody. But the Lord will keep us from the hour of temptation. Even though we won't be able to buy and sell within the realms of the society, it doesn't mean that we're not going to be able to eat. Esau doesn't determine whether or not the elect eat. The Lord determines whether or not we eat. And, are taken care of. We have shelter and we're safe. The Lord determines that, not Esau. And at the end of the day, the Lord's controlling Esau to make all this to come to pass. Because really, the Lord's, as the scriptures say, the Lord's going to try his elect as gold in the fire. So, we got to pass through that straight gate. The Lord's going to try us as gold in the fire. But it's already set up where Lord's will, if we be a part of the elect, we're going to be reserved to pass through it regardless. But the point is that we still have to pass through that fire. But yeah, I believe that's the point. Go ahead and leave the article in the description. We already know where this is heading. And hey, it's clear. So Lord's will, you blessed, edified. Yahweh Bashmi Al Shai, Bashmakak Rash Bakathum. Shalom.